I became a DJ so I can make music that nobody else is making.
I'm so unrelatable.
I present Hot Girl Dubstep. Dubstep songs are all like, fuck it, switch it, let's fight, mosh pit. And I love that, but I went in a bit of a different direction for this one. Hot Girl Dubstep is a subgenre of dubstep. Hot Girl Dubstep is not just for hot girls, it's for everyone, by the way. Just wanted to put that out there. So then I came up with hot girl shit. I didn't come up with it. Megan Thee Stallion coined that, for sure. I came up with hot girl shit dubstep. So let's get into it. The song actually started as me trying to make a Charlie XCX style song. Once I put a few ARP notes down, I really just kind of went in my own direction with this one. I start with drums usually, and after I lay down my drums, I always try and create an ARP just to base the entire song off of. Let's actually put my readers on for this one because my vision is kind of bad. Oh, that's better. The song has 2 drops. One is a house drop, one is a dubstep drop. Actually, I don't even know if I would call it a house drop because the drums are really not a house pattern. So if anyone knows after listening what subgenre of EDM or dance music this is, it could be like dance hall. Okay, let's start with my intro. Where is it? Like I said, I like to start with an ARP. Beautiful. Plucky. Nice little pluck. And I just repeat that pattern basically through the entire song. So that's how my intro starts. It's literally just that one layer and then a riser, adding some bass in below. Then I basically repeat that ARP pattern just with different sounds that I made. So this one is kind of like a buzzer, I describe it as. Doing here. But this is like the main lead synth. Synth, ARP. And then I have this screech that I add in. I add this into pretty much all of my songs so that it's kind of like a trademark thing that I've got going on. Very subtle in the background. And then I add in my drums. It's not a very hard drum. I chose to use a little bit of a softer, more tribal sounding drum. Right before the drop, the pre-drop, when I say I'm on my hot girl shit, I lower the volume of pretty much everything except the vocals so that they stand on their own. And I also reduce the bass during this period so that when it comes back in during the drop, the kicks hit harder and everything sounds punchier. Okay, now let's get to the drum pattern of the house drop. I feel like this is actually what makes the first drop so impactful and why I like it so much is actually the drum pattern. So I just have that same kick, but then I added in 2 different snares and they're following different patterns. So it's kind of got more of a swing to it. The drums on their own sound really cool. So the first drop basically follows the same ARP pattern with those drums attached. I also added a few extra sounds with that same pattern. So I added a beep, which sounds like this on its own. I have this angry pop sound. It just goes higher. So the second section is higher. I don't know what I was on when I was naming these sounds. I also added a fart noise. That doesn't sound like... Okay. And then I have a ray blazer. Moving on to verse 2, which is the build-up that goes into the dubstep drop. I have more of my drum layers starting earlier so that it's more intense coming right out of the drop. And I have the exact same thing going. I have the same pattern looping, same build-up drums. Over here, I have the basses. I have my dubstep basses for the drop. I EQ'd out the low end and slowly fade it out so that it gets lower in volume. And I did the same for this build-up too. I reduced the volume as well so that the drop will hit so much heavier. So this is what the build-up part sounds like with the basses. Now for the good part, the dubstep drop. Pretty basic drum pattern, but I do a double kick on every second. Let's get into our sub. Pretty thick. Pretty thick. This is my main bass. I've been using this now on a bunch of my songs. I used it first on Dream of Me, and I used it in my 2 other songs that were on my breakup album. So this is my favorite bass. I love to use it. I love to manipulate it. I literally will just shift it up and down. And in here, I just manipulated it. I literally just shifted up, down. By the way, these are all not samples. These were once MIDI tracks that I converted to audio because I use them pretty often and I try and have like my signature sounds. I know I only have a few songs out, so I'm trying to develop a signature sound. So I just have these audios saved. I also made this one based off of a Soul Valiant sound because he's one of my absolute favorite producers. I was trying to get that really heavy sound. Okay, had a pee break. Let's get back to business over here. I use this metallic sounding sample. let's go to my sustains. Honestly, I didn't really like my sustains for this song. I struggled with my sustains for a while, trying to figure out which ones I liked, what I needed to add. And eventually I was like, you know what, I've listened to this enough, let's just put the song out. Sometimes you just gotta release the music, you don't have to like fully 100% love it. So for the first drop, I used all those different layers of the ARP. For this, for the dubstep drop, it became way too cluttered, so I reduced it to only use my main lead synth. And the second half of the drop, I just used that screech. Okay, I lied. Now on to my actual favorite part, which are the vocals. The vocals are what make the song mine. It would not be hot girl shit without my bitchy ass vocals. I recorded these vocals on my iPhone. Oh, this was so fun to write. I really channeled my hater energy because haters are just secret fans. They spend the same amount of time on you. So I really channeled things that my haters would say about me and I put it into the lyrics and I fucking love it.
I'm so unrelatable. Unattainable.
So I have the same layer in both stereo and mono. Since I recorded on the iPhone, I use gate to remove any excess S's. Then I EQ out the low ends of both, put a compressor, a limiter on it, and then I use auto shift to make sure it's in key.
I don't need a man or want one. Every bad bitch just wants to have fun.
And then I have these going throughout the drop. And that's it. That's hot girl shit right there.
On my hot girl shit.
If you like me breaking down production like this and showing you how to make hot girl, feminine rage dubstep, I can definitely do this again for the next song and we can do a couple work sessions here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you leave a comment. Not a hate comment. Because haters are just fans though. Sorry. If you haven't already, go give Hot Girl Shit a listen. I guarantee you want to add it to your summer banger playlist. Hot Girl bangers are for everyone, dude. Thanks for watching. Love you. See you next time. Bye.